Today's video is sponsored by Nelson Mwaura, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. Since 2022, we've had a lot of outlandish statements made by our leaders. And in this video, I want to highlight some of the worst statements that leaders have made in Kenya since 2022. And trust you me, number 1 and 4 will shock you. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Top of the list as of yesterday evening is one Boni Khalwale. I don't even want to paraphrase what he had to say. I'll let you hear it for yourselves. Here's the tip.
We are a community of cooks and watchmen. Not because all of us are cooks and watchmen, but because being the most populous community in Kenya, every sector where you go, where there is equal access to opportunity, we will be the majority. Today, even if you go to the mortuary, the majority are Luyas because we have the highest numbers. The only place where we are not the majority is in prison. The people of Mount Kenya are the ones you find in prisons in higher numbers because they have a criminal mindset. We are the disciplined, dignified community of Kenya, the house of peace.
I think Khalwale has a very tribal mindset. And the funny thing is that when he speaks, he thinks he's elevating Mulembe Nation, but instead, he somehow always finds a way to embarrass the entire community. Just listening to Khalwale comparing Luyas to hookers who don't use protection, all while thinking he's making valid points. Roll the tape.
Msichana wako Inange, wakati unasema ninalipa, huwa anakuuliza kabla hujalipa, utafanya bila ama utafanya na kondom? Wale! Ukifanya na kondom, bei iko chini. Lakini ukifanya bila kondom, anakuambia utaongeza pesa ya chakula, pesa ya dawa ya ukimwi na kila kitu. Anapeleka bei juu. Today, through the Malava by-election, sasa viongozi kutoka nje ya jamii yetu watajua Luyas, we have our own price and we are very expensive.
As a Luya myself, allow me to clarify that Khalwale the bullfighter only speaks for his bulls. He does not represent any Luya anywhere on the face of the earth. Coming in at number 2, we have another goat of tribal statements, one Absalom, the area MC of Gorogosho. This guy is just second to none in this type of business. Just listening to this.
Okay. Nyanza tusimwona kikanyaga hapa Nairobi, we are going to deal with him. Hiyo ujinga sisi tutakubali. Hawa Kalenjin wameongoza taifa kwa miaka 15. Angalia hizo mameno zao zinakaa kama chipanzi. Watu ni wakonda kama shindano na mmeongoza taifa la Kenya. Huyo William Ruto ambaye mna support alikula pesa kimwaria damu. Leo hii mnahangaika, meno yenu ni yellow. Shameless Kalenjin. Nataka tuwaambie mutatishia Raila Amolo Odinga na tuone kama mtakanyaga Luo Nyanza, we are going to deal with you. Na sisi tubabaiki na mtatisha Raila Amolo Odinga. Hiyo kitendo mumeanza, kama ni mawe, Jaluo ndo tunajua kurusha mawe. Wacha tupatane head on. You will know Raila Amolo Odinga is not your age mate. Nonsense and bullshit Kalenjin. We are going to deal with you. Nonsense.
I mean, it's 2025. Wake up and smell the coffee. No one is interested in tribalism in Kenya. Ni viongozi tu ndo bado wanaeneza ukabila. And if you're in 2-term, you get to go home scot-free. But if anyone else from the other side does it, pingu, summoning, and so on and so forth. It's not right. Nobody should be accorded the space to speak anything that borders tribalism, especially since we saw 207. Can't we just be like Rwanda, how they went through their genocide and they were like, you know what, we cannot tolerate tribalism in our country. I wish we'd just also reach that threshold so that people can live freely. If you like the coastline, you can go stay in Malindi. If you like farming, you can go all the way to Kilifi, you can go all the way to Nakuru. That's how it should be, but if we have tribal leaders like this, that really puts us years back. Number 3, we have Moses Kuria, who in comparison to all the others on the list, sounds like a saint. Here's what Moses Kuria had to say when Kenyans were lamenting about high cost of fuel at the pump.
Sasa ukishinda kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni, bei ya mafuta imeongezeka, si uchipe kisima yako.
That statement in and of itself got Moses Kuria demoted from CS all the way down to State House Economic Advisor and all the way down to unemployment, which is a shame considering people like Khalwale, Sudi and Matakwei are still in office. And speaking of Sudi, here's an outlandish statement that he himself made about Luos.
I want to tell you, Raila Odinga, wewe ni rafiki yangu, my friend. hauwezi Sudi kuua wa Kenya. Alafu nasikia ndugu yako anasema ati mkiua ndugu yangu. Wewe Oburu Odinga, ambia ndugu yako amekuwa mzee, aende nyumbani, aende retire, awache kuwa watoto wa maskini. Alienda handshake watoto wa maskini wengi zaidi ya Wajaluo 700 walikuwa wamekufa. Angeenda hata ambia Uhuru Kenyatta hata wapatia hao watoto 1400 ama 500. Alienda peke yake. Tukiongea leo, mtoto wa Uhuru Kenyatta ni mjumbe, ndugu yako Oburu Odinga ni senator, wewe mwenyewe unapigania nusu mkate, dada yako ni women rep. Shame on you Wajaluo na viongozi wa Wajaluo. Nyinyi ni wakumbafu because William Ruto leo ni Mkalenjin.
Since then, I've seen Oscar Sudi in Bondo. He went to pay his respects to Raila Odinga and the Odingas for that matter. And he was speaking. I saw a video of him speaking, and Mama Aida was seated. Sudi was standing saying how Raila was my friend. Even during campaign, he went to visit him, and 4 times he got Raila to speak to President Ruto even before the results were declared and so on and so forth. He looks and sounds like a changed man. I'm just hoping that moving forward, you know, the only best way to predict the future or to improve on the future is to study the past. If we got it wrong in the past or in the first quarter, in this other quarter, let's try and get it right. So if you're a leader and you're watching mambo ya ule sijui wale wa Kikuyus, sijui wale wa Luya, wale wa Kamba, we don't want that moving forward. Acha 2027 ikuwe mambo na sera, si mambo na sura, ama mambo na kabila, ama jinsia. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that is today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.